Hey guys, I wrote my paper on socioeconomic status and literacy levels in children. The first thing that I noticed when doing my research is that children from lower socioeconomic status, or SES families, tend to have lower literacy rates, and this can come from a variety of different sources and a combination of different things. SES consists of three main factors: education, income, and occupation. In this case, those factors always come from the parents because children don't really have any control over that themselves. And these factors sort of work together to create what socioeconomic status parents are in. Now, within these lower SES families, there are different factors that will affect the literacy of children individually. These are parental education, parental involvement in the child's life, availability of books and other media, especially in the home. Kids can often access books at school, but unless you have them at home, it doesn't always do a lot of good. And whether or not a child attended preschool actually has a big impact on their literacy level. In my paper, I talk about factors of early literacy, so I went over the 6 factors that these are, and they are print motivation, phonological awareness, print awareness, vocabulary, narrative skills, and letter knowledge. These skills are really important for kids to learn when they're young, and often that is before they enter basic primary school like kindergarten or first grade. The biggest and most influential factor on the literacy level of children is the educational level of the parents. Now, this doesn't always mean that the parent has to have a college degree. They could have just gone to a trade school or just furthered their education in any way. Furthering the education is really the key to all of this because it allows the parents to get more human capital, which does often increase their income level, but income doesn't really play a part in this right now. But it just allows them to be able to find information. They know how to use their resources better, so they're more likely to be able to provide books and other materials for their home, whether it's buying or borrowing them from places such as the public library. Now, odd as it may seem, income is actually the least of the 3 SES factors to affect a child's literacy level. As I said in my last slide, education of the parents is actually the most important, and the home learning environment is as well. Now, the home learning environment is how much parents interact with their children. Do they read books to them at night? Are they, teaching them the alphabet, things like that? Now, income can go and buy tools to help this education and furthering a child's literacy level, but as an educated parent would know, there are other places to go to get cheaper or free materials, such as a public library. Yay! And not only is education of the parents important, but children attending preschool before entering primary school has a really, really large impact. Studies have shown that children who attend a preschool are more likely to be right on track, if not ahead, of other students in reading, and children who attend preschool tend to just do better in school throughout their lives. This is especially true for lower SES children. They often aren't able to bridge that gap that can appear, while middle and upper SES children might be able to do that. And now, affording preschool can be really, really difficult, especially for the lower income families. So, it is really, really difficult, and communities of practice can come into play here. Your socioeconomic status is definitely a community of practice that you can be in. You see what your peers are doing. Are other parents reading to their children every night? Are they sending them to preschool? Are they helping them learn their letters and the different sounds that the alphabet letters make? If your neighbors and friends are doing it, you're more likely to make sure that no matter what, you ensure that your child has these same things as well. But if your peers are not doing these things, you may not be likely to do it, and that can really, really hurt a child, and it can really be detrimental to their literacy level. To sort of summarize what I've said, as I know, helping your child can be hard, and there are many factors that come into play. Your income level, because preschool can be expensive, your educational level, so if you know how to find materials that would be good to provide for your child, and your involvement in your child's life. Everyone has more free time than others. Some low income parents might have to work multiple jobs, and that doesn't give them a whole lot of free time to teach their children these early literacy skills. So as we've seen, it's not whether you're just rich or poor that goes into an SES level. Being wealthy does not mean that you're educated, and being educated does not mean that you are wealthy. What we need to do is help these families as best as we can and help these children with their literacy level because it is very, very important and often out of their control.